I'm gonna start by saying that I've recently been sick. My voice hasn't healed. My body is healed, but my voice hasn't. So you're gonna have to forgive me. But since I'm sick, I should probably go to a doctor. And you know where there's a doctor? On a Starfleet ship. Huh? Huh? I can't even make that noise because it actually hurts my throat. This is a roundabout way. I've got Star Trek brain rot right now, which is why we are doing what if Vtubers were Starfleet officers. Because fuck it, because I can. When you've got brain rot and a YouTube channel, you just make stupid videos. We're gonna go through. I don't care if you go through and you're like, that's not really how you should have ranked it. This is my channel. If I want to rank it via job, that's how I'm gonna do it. So let's go. I should also say, welcome people of Earth. My name is Comic Stack, aka Derek.
Nice to meet you.
And welcome to the ranking of VTubers as Starfleet officers. Alright, just to go quickly through the categories, we got Captain, First Officer, Doctor, Nurse, Pilot, Security Officer, Chief Security Officer, Linguist, Science Officer, Chief Engineer, and Red Shirt Ensign, because somebody's gotta die.
Yeah, totally.
Let's start with Mirai Akari. I don't know what I would trust Akari to do. Maybe science? She doesn't really... She's not a leader. And I don't think that she could pilot anything. I guess I'm gonna start with a red shirt. That kind of sucks, but fuck it. Like Akari, I don't really I don't want to throw her to be the first red shirt, but she's I can't see her as anything else. Alright, so next up we're gonna do Kizna I think she's naturally she's a figurehead. I wouldn't necessarily say that makes her a leader. You might want to I think the easy bit would be to throw her in Captain. I don't know that she deserves it. Actually, I think she's more of a first officer than anything, because I wouldn't necessarily put her as a captain. You might trust her, but I don't know that I would really make her the leader of anything. I have a feeling if we made her captain, she'd try to sell us NFTs. A-chan. I'm dying. Easy captain. She is a leader. She's already a leader within her team. I could easily see her being a leader within Starfleet. Sora is very similar to Kizna to me. She's a figurehead. That doesn't necessarily mean she's a leader. Okay. Next up, so we got Athi. Now, real world would dictate that Athi would be nurse because she's a registered nurse in real life. However, compared to some of the people that I think are coming up, I think she's more qualified to be a doctor than anybody else. So I'm giving her a promotion right here and saying, fuck it. Because what am I gonna do? Who am I gonna put into doctor? I mean, she's more qualified than certain doctors within Star Trek. Think about that for a second. Huh? Alright. Back it up. I think she'd be a security officer. I think you'd like send her out for combat. Weirdly enough. I know that that's kind of an odd pick for Pekara, but this whole list is weird. So what the fuck? Nobody's realistically going to be a captain, so let's just think about that. Suisei, I want to put her in linguist, but I think she only knows Japanese, so even that's kind of a bad pick. You know what? Science officer. I think she could make it. I think she can make it as a science officer, even if it is just for a little bit. You know. Also, she'd be wearing blue, which would be very fitting. Korone, very similarly to Pekara, I see her as a security officer.
No confidence.
I just Picture the fight from the original series where it's Kirk versus the Gorn, but it's Korone. Korone is Kirk. Hachima. Listen. Marine first officer. Yes, hold on. I know that Marine is the captain. She's not fucking qualified. Marine's not qualified, but I think she'd be a good first officer. I think Marine would be a great first officer. She'll make somebody very, very proud.
I'm Honey.
Aqua. I think Aqua could be a decent nurse, especially when it comes to helping somebody like Athy. She'd have to play second fiddle, which I don't know that necessarily works to Aqua's personality, but we can see how that goes. Linguist for Coco, because at least she does know 2 languages.
The overseas fans use Google Translate.
Subaru. Security, I think. Although dancing doesn't. No, she's a pilot. Subaru's a pilot. She flies the ship.
I fly the ship.
Oh, here's our. Okay, wait. I just found our first chief security officer. It's got to be Noelle. She could bench press a town. Like Fubuki. Oh, I love Fubuki, but where the hell do you put her? I don't trust her enough as captain. I do trust her enough as captain. Yeah, fuck it. Ollie. Ollie I'm gonna put as a nurse. I think she'd... Yeah, again, it's playing second fiddle to somebody, but I think she could do a great job. Oh, boy. I'm just... The ADHD is really flowing for this video for some reason. Kobo. Red shirt. Should get distracted and get killed in her first away mission. Oh, God. Sakamata Chloe. I think she's a security officer for sure. I think she could do some decent fighting. Gouda is a red shirt. Gouda's not surviving very long. I just don't. I don't see her surviving. Gonna take Kiara and throw up in captain. She does run all of KFP by herself, so I think she could do it. I think a lot of people would follow her into battle. And actually, like, weirdly enough, I think that all of Hollow Myth could be their own captains. Seriously, I genuinely think that there's a lot of people who would go into battle for all 4 of them. But not Gouda. Iris. Where do we put Iris? See, I don't know what her language specialties are, but I kind of want to throw Iris up as linguist, just because I could really see, for some reason, I could really see Iris in the Uhura role. Don't know why. I just really picture her there for some reason. Crony. Maybe a nurse or a doctor for Crony. I think a nurse, because I could see her not necessarily being the leader, but somebody would listen. And I could actually see Fauna being the doctor in that situation. I'm gonna throw them over here. Mume, security officer. She doesn't seem like it, but she's crazy. She's crazier than a bag of cats. So, what are you? You're not gonna put her in some kind of science role or engineering role. No, you're gonna want her fighting. I mean, let's put Sana up as a linguist, because she'd be able to communicate with all of the planets and all of the aliens. And that's kind of what you want as far as a linguist is concerned, especially in space. Now for our Chaos Gremlin of the hour. Bay.
Rude.
Not a doctor, not a nurse, probably not a good pilot. Security officer, maybe. I want to throw her up in first officer, actually, because I think she could get people to rally, but I don't necessarily think that she would want to be the leader. And as a result, I think she could do some great things underneath somebody else. Tenma, crazy SOB. She's angry all the fucking time. You've got to make her the chief security officer. Who, like, she's angrier than Worf.
I am not a merry man.
And Worf was chief security officer. Lucius Merryweather. Let's throw him up in captain. I'd follow Mary. Very smart. Very knowledgeable. Go throw him up in captain. Porcelain made Joel. With the right person, I could see him as a good first officer. But I think he'd probably thrive most of the time as a chief engineer. More than anything. Especially leading to fix things. I think Sayu, if he was on this list, and I don't think he is because they don't upstate this list, would be a better choice for chief engineer. Because he's constantly playing tech support. But I think the Joel could do a decent job as well. If not a great job. Numi. And actually, let's get all 3 members of the Bikini Bottoms together. Okay, I don't see any of those 3 as leaders. So none of them are making captain. Are any of them good as first officer? I think Lily could be a good first officer. Numi and Bao. Bao, I could see getting thrown in the brig in the first day. Numi, jeez. All right. I think I'd put Bao as a science officer. And I think Numi, I love her to death, but I don't know. I couldn't put her on a fucking ship. She's got to be a red shirt. I don't see Numi lasting. Love her. But that brand of horny is just going to get you killed. Lord Athelstan, chief security officer. You want the Lord of the Castle protecting you. Leading his men into battle. Just saying. Now I'm missing a category here. Alright. We're gonna give the Guinan bartender role to Onigiri, because I don't know why I completely forgot to do a bartender. Do you need a bartender? No. Is a bartender often a thing though? Yes. So gotta give Onigiri. I mean, she's a chef. It's the closest thing you're gonna get on a Starfleet ship. Snuffy. Security officer. She'll fight like a crazy bag of raccoons, and that is most you're gonna get out of her. Fruit. I think she'd be a great first officer. You know, stand and be a great member of her team, despite whatever they would throw at her. Zen, her anger and her fighting skills, gotta throw up her in chief security officer. Why not? She'd be great. She'd be great. Silvervale, let's throw up her as a linguist. I think it's the fact that she's always wearing headphones. Project Melody, I'm not gonna let her work on me. I'm not gonna let her fly the ship. But as far as AIs go, I think she could do a good job with science. Actually, you know what? Science is about as good as she's gonna get. Mouse, who's not gonna follow Mouse into battle? She's crazy, but you gotta follow Mouse. Alright, I almost forgot Booby for some reason. If Mouse is the captain, Booby's the first officer. In fact, I'm gonna move. Sorry, Ina. Hime, red shirt ensign. I mean, she's practically dead anyway because she's never around. Regis Altair. He's not a leader. So he's not a captain. God, I don't even think he's like the top 3 likely to be a leader of his team. But you know what? Actually, for that, I'm gonna throw him up in. I'm gonna throw Regis up in first officer, and I'm gonna throw all the other 3 members of Holostars that are on this list up as captains. They all very much have personalities that are kind of similar to the Holomyth girls. Very much like, this is your team, this is your leaders. They will lead you where they need to go. I'm gonna throw them up in captain, because fuck it. And you know what, Vienna as well. I got a lot of captains, surprisingly. You'd think I'd be a little more strict with my captains. Apparently I'm more strict at giving out doctor. Alright, Kason is chief security officer, for sure. Nazuna we're gonna throw down into the red shirt ensign. Here's a weird coincidence. I'm gonna throw Henya. I love her. She's not winning any battles. She's gonna die quick. Listen, I love Henya. I love Henya. Even my bias will not allow her to get any higher than red shirt. Narissa's a leader, and Shiori would be her great first officer. Just because they work really well together. I definitely see that as a good team. Alright, we're coming up towards the end here. Fuamoka. Oh man. Well, they're not engineers. They're not science officers. They're not linguists. I wouldn't trust them to pilot. You know what? I think they'd be okay as security officers together. I think that's something that they have the ability to do, is be security officers. Bee-Boo! Last but not least, Captain Bee-Boo.
Don't die, okay? Just don't die.
Leading her pebbles into battle. I fully see just Bee-Boo in the chair, and there's just little rocks everywhere. Like she set all the pebbles up. Anyway, this has been my ranking of Vtubers if they were Starfleet officers. If you think this is stupid, go ahead and write that comment down there.
Eat a bag of board, motherfucker!
I think it's stupid, but I had fun. There's just something I kind of wanted to get out. Is it a great idea? I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say yes. It's just a fun idea, especially because I've been sick. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek. I'm still a VTuber fan. It's just the kind of thing that I just felt like doing. So screw it. But yeah, I hope I did a good job. I hope I did something that you could like. Is it perfect? No, but I had a decent time. Anyway, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you watching the video. Adios.